Hey there, and welcome to my channel, Money Mindset. If you're watching this, chances are you're feeling overwhelmed by your finances, wondering where all your money's going or why you can't seem to save. Well, you're not alone. A global survey found that only 33% of adults worldwide are financially literate, meaning most people struggle with managing their money. But don't worry, budgeting can help turn things around. In today's video, we'll explore 5 powerful budgeting rules that can help you take control of your money and start building wealth. So if you're serious about leveling up your finances and achieving true financial freedom, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss a new video. And hey, if there's a specific topic you want me to cover, drop it in the comments below. Before we jump into the rules, let's talk about why budgeting is so important. Did you know that according to a survey by the National Foundation for Credit Counseling, over 60% of Americans don't have a budget, and nearly half of them feel stressed about money most of the time? Budgeting is more than just a plan, it's your blueprint to financial freedom. It helps you understand where your money is going, reduces stress, and allows you to save for the future. Remember, a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. That's a famous quote by Dave Ramsey, and it's so true. All right, let's break down the top 5 budgeting rules that will help you save more money, manage your expenses better, and build wealth over time. Each rule has its unique advantages, so find the one that works best for you and your family. And do your own research and planning before choosing the budgeting rules suits your situation. Number 1, the 50-30-20 rule. The 50-30-20 rule is a fantastic starting point for beginners who want a simple and effective way to manage their money. Here's how it works. 50% of your income goes to needs, where essential expenses like rent, groceries, and utilities. 30% is allocated to wants, where things that you enjoy but aren't essential, such as dining out, entertainment, or shopping. The final 20% is dedicated to savings and debt repayment. This method helps you balance your spending while ensuring you're saving consistently. According to a study by Bankrate, households that use structured budgeting methods like the 50-30-20 rule tend to save up to 30% more over time than those who don't use a specific budgeting approach. This shows how impactful it can be to have a clear plan for your money. However, remember, there's no one-size-fits-all rule when it comes to budgeting. Some might prefer a different split, like 70-20-10, especially if they have higher fixed costs or specific savings goals. Others might remove the wants category altogether and distribute that portion between needs and savings instead. The key is to adjust the percentages to what works best for your financial situation and goals. Number 2, the zero-based budget. This budgeting method is all about giving every dollar a job. You start by listing all your income and expenses and ensure that your income minus your expenses equals 0. This doesn't mean spending every dollar, but rather allocating every dollar to a category, whether it's saving, investing, or paying off debt. According to a survey by the Pew Charitable Trust, only 1/3 of American households have a detailed household budget. The zero-based budget forces you to account for every penny, making it a great tool for families who want more control over their finances. Number 3, the envelope system. If you prefer a more tactile approach to budgeting, try the envelope system. You divide your money into envelopes for each spending category, like food, gas, and entertainment. Once an envelope is empty, that's it for that category. This method is excellent for people who struggle with overspending, as it imposes physical limits on your spending. Research shows that people who use cash tend to spend 15 to 20% less than those who use credit cards. Number 4, the pay yourself first rule. This rule is about prioritizing savings. When you get your paycheck, you pay yourself first by putting a set percentage, say 10 or 20%, directly into savings or investments before you pay any bills or expenses. According to a study by Fidelity, people who save automatically are 76% more likely to reach their financial goals than those who don't. This rule works well for those who have trouble saving consistently. Number 5, the 80-20 rule, Pareto Principle. The 80-20 rule focuses on simplifying your budget by saving 20% of your income and spending the remaining 80% on everything else. This is ideal for people who dislike detailed budgeting but still want to make sure they save. A study published in the Journal of Consumer Research found that people who automate savings or use simple rules are more likely to stick to their financial plans over the long term. Now let's take a closer look at the 50-30-20 rule, one of the easiest and most flexible budgeting methods for beginners and families. It's a great way to start budgeting without getting overwhelmed by too many categories. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Calculate your after-tax income. First, calculate your after-tax income. If you're a salaried employee, this is your take-home pay. If you're self-employed, subtract your taxes and business expenses. For example, if you make $4,000 per month after taxes, that's your starting point. Step 2. Allocate 50% to needs next. Allocate 50% to your needs. This includes rent or mortgage, groceries, transportation, utilities, and insurance. In our example, that would be $2,000. If your needs exceed this amount, you might need to adjust your lifestyle or find ways to cut costs. Step 3, allocate 30% to wants. Then, allocate 30% to your wants, things that are not essential but make life enjoyable, like dining out, Netflix, or that new pair of shoes. In our example, this would be $1,200. Here's a tip. This is often where most people overspend, so be mindful. Step 4, allocate 20% to savings and debt repayment. Finally, 20% goes to savings and debt repayment. This includes building an emergency fund, contributing to retirement accounts, or paying off credit cards or loans. In our example, that would be $800. Remember, this is where you build your financial security. Families who consistently save at least 20% of their income are 2 times more likely to feel financially secure. Review your budget regularly. Life happens and income changes. New expenses pop up, so adjust as needed. The 50-30-20 rule is a guideline, not a hard and fast rule. Make it work for you. And there you have it, 5 powerful budgeting rules that can help you take control of your finances and start saving more money today. Remember, the key to successful budgeting is consistency and being mindful of where your money goes. It might seem tough at first, but stick with it, and you'll be amazed at the difference it makes. Remember, building wealth isn't just about how much you make, it's about how you manage, grow, and protect what you have. Let's build a smarter, more prosperous future together. Thanks for watching, and welcome to the Money Mindset community. I'll see you in the next video.